Fuji Fumbles! Today's topic is Code LYOKO. So, Code LYOKO is not an anime, it's French, comes from the lovely land of France, and it was originally, I don't even know if this is the right coordination of the flag colors, but I'm trying my goddamn best right now. And so, it was a French cartoon. Originally, it was a comic called Garage Kids. Great name for the show, because it was originally, it didn't have all that little fluff about the school and the fucking sissy bullshit. Like, who thought of Sissy and was like, yeah, Sissy, she's a great character, we should, like, totally have that in our show. But then again, I have totally forgotten to explain the plot of Code LYOKO. So plot for Code LYOKO is that there is our world, and then there is a virtual world, and in that virtual world, oh my god, I just realized this reminds me of Tenkai Nights. Anyway, so this is our world, and this is the Code LYOKO world, which is literally just called LYOKO, hence the name. And in this world, it's all virtual, but for some reason, there is a villain in that world that is like impending doom on this, and we'll get to that villain in a second because fucking, but whatever. So, in this world, there are 4 kids called Yumi, Ulrich, Jeremy, and Odd, and they have to travel between their world and the virtual world to stop the villain in that world from destroying our world. Look at all these arrows. Look at this plot. Must be great, right? Well, you'd be right. Except for the second season, which we don't want to talk about today. But anyway, so these 4 kids have to stop the main villain, which is called Zanna. And Zanna is quite possibly the most terrifying villain in all cartoon history. And you know why Zanna's so terrifying? It's because it's fucking nothing. This villain doesn't even have to utter a single word. This thing doesn't talk. It is just a demonic AI artificial intelligence that wants to destroy all of humanity. Zanna just is terrifying. Zanna will kill a bitch. I think Zanna even has killed a bitch. Zanna just comes on. Zanna comes into our world through this black ooze. I don't know what the fuck. It's like that shit from Drawn to Life that has taken over the world. And Zanna comes into our world through this somehow Wi-Fi connection. He must have some really sick Wi-Fi. And like Zanna comes into our world, and there was one episode where he literally fucking went into a teddy bear and tried to kill people. And then there was one episode where he went into a power line and made the thing go back to the power station so that this thing would cause a huge explosion that would destroy an entire city, which would kill millions. Zanna will kill you. Zanna would just kill anyone. It didn't give a shit. This thing was terrifying. When this thing comes on the screen with its theme music, you know, the you'd be fucking terrified. This is you when you see Zanna. You are scared shitless. This is you peeing your pants. This is you shitting your pants because you fucking heard Zanna coming. That's your shit. Anyway, other than that, Zanna is a deadly villain, but hey, there's people to stop Zanna, and that is 4 humans. And another artificial intelligence. But anyway, let's get to the characters. Now, the first and most prominent character I guess everyone will want to know about is Ulrich. And Ulrich is supposed to be, like, the cool kid in his entire school. But I'll tell you right now, this kid's last name is Stern, and that's fucking what he is. This kid is a little bitch. Like, this guy, I don't care if he's, like, one of the strongest. He fucking sucks. Like, all he cares about is himself. He tries to go out with Yumi, but he loses that bitch, and then that other guy starts moving in, and we're not going to talk about the other guy, William, whatever his name is, because we don't care. But Ulrich is just a little bitch, okay? Everyone says Ulrich is the best, and all the girls at the school like Ulrich, but he is a piece of shit, and that's all I want to fucking say about Ulrich. Okay, moving on. Yumi, or should I say best girl, is from Japan. Her name is Yumi Ishiyama, and she is literally the best. Like, did I say that already? That she's literally the best? Anyway, so Yumi, she has like a fan weapon in the cartoon, I think, and like, it's a shame because, okay, so when you design a character that's supposed to be the strong silent type, in the 2000s, they didn't really get the concept of giving that character archetype to a female. And it's a shame because this concept had already been introduced with Evangelion and Rei. Because Rei is a fucking deadpan walking corpse, taking a quote from Demolition D there. But Yumi is supposed to be that deadpan walking corpse, but only sometimes. Like, she took on the job, she went for the job interview, and the job interviewer was like, oh, what kind of hours do you want to work, Yumi? And Yumi was like, part-time plus. And so she's only a part-time emo, because in the 2000s, they made women, they had stern women, and like, yeah, we have that nowadays with like some really great female roles, but with Yumi, it's like, I am a motionless wreck and nothing. And then the other time she's like, oh, Ulrich, save me! And it's titties! But like, it's like, guys, can you make up your mind? Because I love this woman. Like, but then again, I'm saying only sometimes and part-time, because her character switches up all the time, and it's so annoying, because I just want to like this character, but I can't because the fucking character's switching up all the time. Anyway, moving on to another character called Aelita! And Aelita is possibly the purest motherfucking girl on this show, because she's an AI, Aelita. She's the character that stays in LYOKO, and she just helps them save LYOKO whenever Zanna comes about. And the thing with Aelita is that she's so pure and so adorable, and she has pink hair. I mean, like, how can you not love this woman? But at the same time, she is literally just escort mission. Like, she is literally just a character, they programmed an escort mission and then they gave it an AI, and this is what it is. Aelita, unfortunately, does not have a weapon. She does not have any, like, attacks or anything. So every episode, Jeremy's like, hey, Aelita, what's going on in LYOKO today? And she's like, oh, nothing much, Jeremy. And then, like, 10 minutes later, Zanna's like, what's up, naughty children? It's time for Zanna. And so she comes on the screen like, Jeremy, we need to save LYOKO. And then the kids come in the world, and she is literally just fucking walking around like, oh no, save me, I am Aelita, and I don't have a fucking attack because I'm fucking stupid, and I didn't program a fucking weapon for myself for some fucking reason, even though I, like, programmed into the game, whatever. Jeremy, can you, like, program me a fucking, whatever. Anyway, so, like, she's pure and everything, but she's literally just escort mission the character. Speaking of Jeremy is the nerd character of this show, and he's the one that created the technology in order to get these guys actually into the virtual world for them to attack Zanna and everything. But Jeremy is hopelessly in love with Aelita and is always trying to get her into the real world so that he can cut off the virtual world from Zanna. But he wants to keep Aelita, and that's the thing with this show. If Jeremy didn't fall in love with Aelita, then, Zanna would never have fucking got, like, cause he could close the fucking virtual world, at any time, I think, but he wants Aelita, and it's like, it's adorable because he's such a fucking cinnamon roll, but like, what the fuck, Jeremy, you're better than this. Anyway, so this fucking kid created time travel. Yeah, you believe me? Believe me, right? Because at the end of every fucking episode, this guy sends the world back in time. He resets the world. It's literally in the theme song. Reset it all. Like, seriously, they fucking reset the world at the end of every episode. This kid created time travel. We thought we could only go forward in time. This guy figured out how to go back in time. This kid figured it out. Why the fuck hasn't the government hired Jeremy to do shit? Like, that's the thing with all these old cartoons. No one believes the kids. It's like a fucking series of unfortunate events. They're like, oh, silly children, ha 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 ha, you don't know shit, blah 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 blah. No, this kid, hire him. We need him, Jeremy. Anyway, who else? Oh yes, and last, well, not last, but like we'll leave the thing from last that is least, but last but definitely not least, we have the best character, which is Odd. And Odd is just the best fucking... Did I mention that Odd is the best character? I don't think I did, because I need to make that clear. Odd is actually the best, because Odd, he is just the chillest dude in the whole show. He has a pet dog or whatever, and his fucking AI, when he goes into LYOKO, is a cat guy. He goes, meow meow, I'm Cat Noir, and I shoot arrows from my fucking hands and shit. And he wears purple. So, like, that was a big encouragement when you were a little kid in the 2000s. Think about that. He's also got Vegeta hair, so that just makes him even better. Like, what isn't good to say about this kid? He's got cat things. He's cool. And he's got purple in his head, he wears purple, and he's got a pet dog that looks like fucking the demonic rap rat thing from fucking 1999, and he's actually the best. I cannot hit home that he's actually the best. Also, his name is awesome too. Like, look at that. Anyway, moving on to the character which is called, you know what, fuck that character. We don't need to talk about William. William doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned, and he moved in on Yumi so he can back the fuck up! Oh, and for LYOKO, in terms of character design, the great thing about the character design in LYOKO is that you could literally fit a stadium on their fucking foreheads. Like, damn! Have you seen these characters? They, like, have hair, and it goes here, and then their faces are, like, down here, and, like, it's like, bro, are you okay? Are you alright? Like, seriously, you could fit, like, there could be a party, like, you could set up some balloons here, you could, you know, like, set up a table with some activities, you could set up a beer pong, like, you could have drinks, you could have a water cooler here, like, really use the space to its like, you know, even put like, a mirror here just to make the room look bigger, and maybe a disco ball, that'd be nice, and like, like, seriously, there's so much room for activities up here, like, shit, man. Anyway, so that was a synopsis of LYOKO by me, Fuji, and I would definitely recommend watching LYOKO, not past the second season though, because the second season was shit. So yeah, it's worth a watch, because, you know, cartoons nowadays just aren't what we used to know, unless you're watching Steven Universe, or Gravity Falls, or, you know, Star vs. the Power of Evil, you know? Like, so anyway, alright, thanks for watching, Fuji Fumbles.